Welcome back to News Insight. Oshitokun, former DG Labour Party presidential election, says the coalition that has been formed, he picks some holes in it and is not too good at all. Let's hear from you, sir.
Well, every man, every woman is entitled to his opinion. And we look at what the SDG of the presidential campaign team of LP said. There's a lot of sense in it. He said he do not think that the coalition will succeed because Tinubu is a strategy. And if Tinubu, against all odds, which you and I have said over the time, he was able to, fight his way through to become president. What happened when he became the commander-in-chief and he had so many cards to play? He also alluded to the fact that if the coalition must succeed, because it's a very objective critic, he said if the coalition must succeed, those that are having presidential ambitions should know when to sacrifice their ambition. That, look, those are involved in the negotiations should know that for them to succeed, the presidential slot must be given to the South, or that any mistake of that slot going to the North, that's the end of the coalition. That Tinubu will just have a free ride home. He particularly mentioned former Vice President Haji Abubakar Atiku, that he should know that this is not the time to say, I will have it all. You must let go. What he's saying in essence is that, look, the coalition, if they want to succeed, they should give the slot of the presidency to the southern part of this country, so that this unwritten convention of the rotation between North and South that will maintain that status quo. But anything to deviate from it will give it Tinubu, an upper hand. He is saying that yes, people should not just come together to say that they are forming coalition just because they feel offended, but it should be for the good of the country. And he's saying that these people who are coming together, they all have ambitions, and they must know when to, to say, let my ambition go and let the interest of the country prevail.
That's what I was actually trying to say yesterday. That look, in this coalition, if it must stand, the people that have ambition, if truly they know that they are putting Nigeria first, they are not putting themselves first, because you see, that's going to be what is going to destroy them from the inside. People that have presidential ambition, we know Atiku is a lifelong ambition. El-Rufai too has been a lifelong ambition, and so many of them. If NNPP is going to come in, if so many others are going to come in, they must put the Nigerian factor first, not themselves first. And this is the same thing Oshitokun is saying. And Oshitokun talked about the president. He said he's a tactician. He said, number one, he wasn't president, and he said I was going to be president. And now that he's president, who can stop him? Eli?
God can stop him. We can stop him. But on condition of honesty, sincerity of purpose. May he so rest in peace. Adebanjo, Pa Adebanjo, that just passed on. You see, he put in everything he had in his lifetime to see a Peter Obi, an Igbo man, against a Tinubu, his brother, because he believed in just and honest Nigeria. The young man that I have spoken here is saying the same thing. Even if Tinubu was not in power, he was able to wrestle power from the hands of people because of personal greed, and there was no unity among the politicians at that time. And like we rightly have said, honestly, I am sorry to use this language, that if I have my way today to vote, I may not vote for Tinubu if I have a better candidate that will rescue the country from the grip of personal, self-centered politicians. But yet, having said this, if what I will have on ballot tomorrow is an Atiku, an El-Rufai, a Tinubu, I would rather prefer Tinubu to finish his 4 years and wait. Maybe God will help us to bring us a better candidate. Having said this, if they all come together and will have the spirit that led the Adebanjo and many others had, coming to support with everything they have a candidate they believe in his vision, in his ideas, his way of doing things for the better of the country, I see a coalition taking over from Tinubu, even if he wants to be there by all means. Remember, they don't just wake up and retain themselves in office. They use people to declare, their interest and then claim to have won even where probably they did not win. So what am I trying
All right. Let me stop you there. Now, I want to take you to an area that maybe we don't talk about most of the time. If the coalition comes together and they decide on Peter Obi, for example, the background news and feeling from the people is that an Igbo man cannot be trusted. That's what we get from so many people that are opposed to the Igbo presidency. Do you think it's true?
You see, that is where we are today. We just get carried away with hearsay without authenticating what we hear from people. Having said that, that is what every one of us who want the betterment of this country is saying. That for once, let the country be in the hands of the Igbo. And text this hearsay that the Igbo man cannot be trusted. Trust them for once. For benefit of that. If they fail, they fail. But the coalition, what the coalition is saying, what everybody is saying in the coalition, if I hear them correctly, they want a candidate that the country is resonate with. And Obi is one of them. Mm-hmm. You also have Goodluck Jonathan. Is one of them. And that is why people may not come to say it openly. But that's indirectly what they are telling the people who are forming the coalition.
Look at this and
look at this. That's why they say, look at the SAT. And if you look at the SAT today, whether SAT or SAT is these two people's standard. And that is the only way you can defeat the incumbent. That's what Osotekwe said. He said, look, a coalition is very necessary to start Tinubu. That after it was coalition that removed Goodluck in 2020.
But do you think that the northern people, the northern element in this coalition,
yes,
do you think they will shift their sword?
That is why this talk from all corners is going on that. Mm-hmm. Look, if you want the good of this country, those of you from the North Enclave who are part of this coalition, who are in the forefront, for now, put aside your ambitions for the next 4 years. 4 years is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
If it is God's will for you to be president, that after 4 years, when the foundation has been laid, it's in this coalition that will bring you in. But for now, don't use that your personal interest, that's your personal ambition to destabilize and cause the failure of this coalition. They are human beings. They are listening. They are hearing. The only reason, the purpose of all this, what we are doing and what Osodiko is doing and others are doing is to drum it into the ears of the northern elite who are part of the coalition to say, look, this is not the time for you to pursue your ambitions. This is the time for you to pursue the interests of the country by putting your ambitions and your interests aside and go for the possible win so that this country can start on a better foundation. I think that's all this talk all about.
Eli, the northern and the southern part of the country, unwritten agreement, that's what they all have. Now, there is also a calculation as it goes. 8 years to the north, 8 years to the south. Now, Goodluck Jonathan has served 4 years. He still has a 4-year ticket as a president. Obi has not done anyone at all. Do you think they will take a gamble on Obi, thinking he will do 4 years and step down? Or they will say, Jonathan, come and complete.
Let me tell you something here. I'm not speaking for Obi. We are all human, and human beings are very, very, you can't predict. But I do not see Peter Obi wanting to be president because he wants to come and bear that name, president, or because he wants to come acquire more wealth to what God has given him. He's not power drunk. So I do not say Peter Obi, if given opportunity to serve the country and is able to contribute his quota to the foundation, because the problem we have in the country is foundational problem in political setting. I do not say Peter Obi, just like Jonathan was, in his time, spending 4 years achieving one or two very beautiful things, and probably he sees another man and he want to insist that he must remain in power. I don't see that in him. Even when he was to become a governor of Anambra, and there were so many obstacles, and he wasn't fighting for it. He never bribed. He never went out. He was never power drunk.
So do you think he will do 4 years?
Of course, if Peter Obi is to do 4 years and contribute his quota and move like Nelson Mandela, he has that quality. That kind of.
Do you think he would like to do 4 years?
It would be foolish of him if among the millions of Nigeria is offered to rule this country for 4 years and he thinks it's not enough. And besides, after the 4 years, like we just mentioned, Goodluck Jonathan, after 8 years, he has another opportunity of doing another 4 years. So what's wrong about it? I think sincerely that he will do 4 years.
All right. Oshitokun's argument or projections, we've looked into them on the part of Tinubu, on the part of the opposition as well. And my colleague says they think Peter Obi can be trusted. And also, that on the side of Goodluck Jonathan too, don't forget he still has the power to come back and do another 4 years. But we will be watching. And I hope the opposition are hearing so that they can listen to the voice of Oshitokun. We'll be right back on News Inside.